Last time on the Guardians of Fehal.
The party spent an evening after the fighting pits, processing everything that they had learned and trying to come up with a plan of what to do next. After a lot of back and forth, Una decided that the best chance was to try to convince Ualan to switch sides, as she feels sorry for him and is convinced that maybe he regrets the current path he is on. So she decided to go on the date with Ualan, with Hans and Franz wearing the hat of disguise and going to the bar with her to sit at a different table, and Nora camouflaged as a spider up in the rafters to keep an eye on what's going on. Meanwhile, Hans and Franz, Josh's character, and Rowan are sitting across the way 2 buildings down at an inn known as the Woad. After talking for a while, Una and Ualan are both a little bit buzzed from the drunk berries and revealing more information about themselves when Hans and Franz and Nora both notice that there's another person in the Jin Maw who keeps staring at Ualan, trying to observe his conversation, making them suspect it as one of the Selkie members that they clearly didn't get a look at. Hans and Franz and Nora, you notice this very beautiful blonde-haired, almost, well, you're not sure if it's blonde or white hair, woman sitting at this table over here, across where she can see Ualan in the booth. And she's just probably like every minute or two subtly looking over, looks kind of like she's reading a book of some sort and then occasionally like putting it down and like listening. And then after like they both start getting a little bit giggly from the drunk berries, you can see her deliberately look over and shoot like a very irked look at him, like, what are you doing? Like, so that is what you see. It's probably been about 30 minutes into the date at this point. Are you doing anything? Or are you gonna keep watching this?
I mean, she hasn't said anything yet. I mean, not in terms of like what I'm waiting for, so.
Okay.
What's the safe word?
Satyr.
Later!
Shimmy, shimmy.
I wasn't asking you, Lizzie. I was asking the people involved.
Wow,
Nice.
so hostile.
If I can, I think Nora would want to go and be up in the rafters above her. Just
Okay.
to see if maybe like, you know, if she does anything that we can't see from the table, or maybe if she's, you know, mutters under her breath or something, or does any casting, just, it would be good to keep an eye on her, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna, since I'm sitting where like I can have like a direct line of sight and look directly into Una's eyes, the next time I see her look at me, I'm gonna kind of like nod to the left, you know, like nod towards the whatever.
Like do this little thing.
Yeah.
We'll see if Una pays attention.
Yeah.
I might be giving her. She's not drunk yet, so that's good. However, she cannot have another drunk berry or a sip of the flask.
Well, if she was a sip of the flask, she's going unconscious.
Yeah, well, but that's because the sleep potion's in there.
Well, and also, if Una drank that, it would probably be a lot worse because she's
She's like half the size.
yeah. Well, yeah, not half the size, but she's shorter. So, like, her body is gonna. It's specifically made for somebody of Ualan's size and weight, roughly, from what you could guess.
Dude,
So-
alcohol content.
Pretty much. It's like, well, it's not the alcohol, it's the sleeping potion that we
Right.
put in there.
Yeah.
His tolerance. There we go.
Yeah.
Tolerance level.
Yeah, if they're not going to do anything, Una's just going to kind of keep an eye on Ualan and see if Ualan does anything, I guess. Otherwise, flirting time. We're gonna get the flirt on still.
So he'll kind of like, if your hand is still out, he'll take your hand again and he'll be like, so Jasmine, tell me what you do for a living. You're new to the city. What are your plans? Rest in your hand.
The playing of the hand, the stroking.
Yeah.
The thumb stroke on the side of the hand.
Yeah.
Gosh, what accent was he doing for this? I can't.
You were doing like, it was sometimes Russian and sometimes
That's
like
what it
vaguely
was.
A
Middle
little
Eastern.
Arabian.
A little bit Middle Eastern.
It was
Or
A
a
little
more
bit,
Russian.
Kurt. Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's more
I'm
Russian.
a little bit rock and roll.
Dude, this is so bad. What does she do? I follow my brother where he wants to go. We sell goods and or fight if we need to, whatever kind of needed along the way.
You go fighting yourself?
Well, that is what my brother and my pet is for.
Oh, so you don't actually do the fighting yourself. And he's actually like kind of like stroking your hand a bit.
I believe I can hold my own when it comes to hand, but I definitely prefer not to get my hands dirty.
Are you handy with any weapons yourself, or is it steely gaze and you make them regret all their bad choices in life?
She'll kind of smile a little bit and do that like cute little seductive coy smile and be like, well, I am pretty good with a knife, if I do say so myself. But I prefer weapons of range versus anything close. I don't want to get my pretty face any scars.
That would be quite the crime and tragedy. So how long are you going to stay in the city then?
Until this next festival that I heard about. These things called chariot races intrigue me.
I've heard a lot about those too, but unfortunately I've never seen it before.
Well, perhaps we could see them together, unless you're busy during that time.
I don't actually know what my plans are during that time yet.
Oh, do you just go about your day without future plans of the days to follow?
Insight check.
You're not there!
But I know.
Una is very suspicious in general, so...
Is she gonna roll an insight check on that?
Sure! Oh shit, where are my dice?
Does he know what he's
We're gonna
doing?
roll and roll 20, you guys. Let's see here. Roll a 20. Roll.
Oh,
That
natural
is-
20.
Is that what it was?
You
No, I-
rolled you rolled a natural
Oh.
20 and then a 7.
So which one would you like me? Because apparently I hit in both.
Well, the first one.
The first
yeah,
one?
the first one.
So a 22 for insight.
He's lying.
Oh, yeah. I figured. Hands down.
I find it easier and I get into less trouble if I don't think too far ahead.
Sometimes that can be dangerous, especially depending on the type of work that you do.
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't really thought more about this evening tonight and just wondering how our date was going to go.
Well, that is something that cannot be foreseen.
How would you rate it so far?
I would definitely say I'm having a good time, though I'm a little surprised that you're unwilling to take a sip. And she'll kind of, like, glance at her flask again.
Well, I still have another drink to finish, but maybe if you eat, I'll eat another one of those berries that you fed me earlier. If you eat it so sexily again, I'm killing you.
Ah! Why, Lizzie?
Oh, God.
Why you gotta be so fucking awkward, bud?
No, I mean, hold on.
I need you to take about 20% off there, bud.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's all good.
Shut up! I already feel bad enough doing this.
Sexily.
It's okay, Lizzie. You're just flirting with me. It's fine.
Yeah, I have these stupid peanut gallery members here. It makes it hard.
Please, it's Waldorf and whatever.
What would her response be? Because she's definitely not going to be able to eat another good berry. She'll smile and say it might be time for something a little stronger and like pretend to take a swig, not like actually take a swig. So like she'll like block it with like her tongue or her lips or whatever. Probably her tongue. So that way she can actually open her lips, but like block it with her tongue so it doesn't like go
Okay.
in and like
Give
pretend
me-
to take a shot.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Roll for sleight of tongue.
That is a 16.
You know, something tells me you really don't actually want to drink out of that flask.
Well, it's not like I want to fall over while I'm in front of you.
Then why pretend to drink out of it at all?
Sometimes it's nice to put up a front to make yourself not feel as left out. I must say a few more of these berries, and I might be a little too willing to go to your room.
Just throwing all the chips on the table.
Well, that's what you call like flirting, honey. See, you don't use terms sexily or
Look,
anything
don't
like
make
that.
me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad about this.
You're doing great, Lizzie.
Josh, you have to remember the only person that Lizzie really flirted with was you. So she's
Yeah.
like a little
So
out of
she's
practice
bad at
here.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
blame-
flirted with thousands of people, so
that
I
means
have
Josh is easy?
experience. And Lizzie's literally only flirted
No,
with you.
actually, yeah, and Josh has specific taste too.
See?
I don't do flirting.
I'm glad I broke you, Lizzie. It was wonderful.
Well, okay, give me a persuasion check.
Dude, I really don't like rolling dice in here.
Are you
That-
kidding? That was a great line. Why are you doing any sort of persuasion check?
That's a 10. Have
I
no
mean, I'm not
fun
gonna
with
lie. If I was slightly drunk and some cute girl was like, "Hey," I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, let's just see how this goes." I wouldn't ask too many questions.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
That's
I
a
mean,
It would
10.
be the follow-up question would be, so do you want to go back to my room or do you not want to go back to my room?
I feel he studies you for a bit, and when you said it, I know Megan said it super confidently, but with
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it didn't seem quite as convincing, and you can kind of see him like that awkwardness of being new to it. Like basically, if
Yeah.
I would have said it, that's
Yeah.
what you should picture.
It's teenage Megan trying to
know.
be flirty with boys.
Yep.
So adult Megan is way too sexy and flirty.
Or 29-year-old Lizzie flirting with anybody.
It's okay, Lizzie. You're getting so good at flirting. I will give you props. You're getting a lot better.
I need to have lessons.
Are you
Like,
sweating
but
up
we
there?
don't want her to get better.
Who, me?
You need
Yes.
to get better.
No, I was trying to fake wipe tears from a tissue
Oh.
box.
I thought you were like actually wiping away sweat.
I'm too. Megan's so damn sexy. I can't right now.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, and then with Josh earlier with his intro reading, it was just. He's wiggling his eyebrows.
Stop
God
it.
damn it.
Stop
So,
it.
so my performance is not fooling him, is what I'm understanding.
Okay.
Got it.
He didn't look quite. He's like. I don't think you actually mean that. You sound a little nervous. Why are you putting on a front?
Sometimes it's easier to hide your feelings than to admit them outright.
What are your feelings then that you don't want to admit?
I feel that you and I have a lot more in common than you may think. And that you're someone who may carry some regret from what I've understood, which is something that I can also relate with.
What do you regret?
Not being strong enough.
In what way do you feel like you're not strong enough?
I haven't been able to face the monsters that I'm currently hunting. And I wish that I was stronger and more able to.
What kind of monsters are you hunting? No offense, but you don't really present yourself as a monster hunter.
She'll smile, that like cute, seductive, and
Mhm.
kind of leave her hand back out there. I don't know if you stopped touching her hand or whatever.
I think he would have withdrawn it, but then if you would have, like, when you kind of didn't do well, on
she'll
the-
like lean forward and like put her hands out again. Then, if that's the case, not all monsters are disformed. Some of them are in human form, and I may be looking for those who have hurt people close to me.
Well, who's hurt you?
Some very evil men.
I was like, there's not really a check for this because you're not lying or anything.
No,
I'm trying
I'm
to think.
not.
It's just the alarm in the back of his head. Danger, Will Robinson, danger! Danger!
Yeah, I know.
It's the God's honest truth.
Hans and Franz and Nora, give me perception checks.
16.
21.
Okay. You notice as Una is saying this, specifically, especially you, Sam, being right next to her, like, Para is getting, like, you think it's Para, is like, this woman is getting kind of a very, like, angry, like, look on her face. Like, very, like, I don't like this. Something is definitely wrong.
Okay.
And like make eye contact with like Ualan, kind of like suspiciously.
I try to make eye contact with Una and like.
Una does not realize what's going on. She's tipsy. I rolled a 6. That would give me
Okay.
an 11. I don't think that
Your
too
passive.
good.
Your
My
passive
would be
is.
15.
You kind of notice that Hans and Franz is looking a bit nervous.
Okay.
And making like a don't like nervous face. Okay, so here's a question for you, because I kind of know how you said it, but like, and I think you were concentrating on what you said, but like when Una was saying the things about hunting monsters and the men who hurt her, how did she say it? Did she say it like sad? Did she say it like
very similar
angry?
to like the inclinations, more looking directly at him, like making eye contact with him,
Mhm.
and as non-threatening, no anger. I don't think it would be more of, this is a statement. This is
Okay.
truth. I don't think that she would herself, I mean, because she knows that she can't lie through this. And so she is literally trying to speak as much from the heart as possible. So for her,
Right.
this isn't sexy. This isn't aggressive. This is her truly expressing her feelings without blatantly saying everything. Just because she knows she can't lie. Like, she understands this and has been caught several times. This is truth.
Okay, so he is going to kind of like raise an eyebrow and be like inquisitive, and he's like, what do you want to do to the people that hurt you?
I don't know if that is up for me to decide, but I hope that those who truly have evil in their hearts are punished, and those who may have assisted but regret it find peace.
In death.
No.
Hmm.
And I mean, she's just being like, with that, it's truly, that's more saddened. Like, she probably is a little more downtrodden because she understands that not everyone can be saved and there is evil in the world. So like that part would probably be a little bit more heavy.
Okay.
And after that, she's like, so enough about me. What about you? I can't tell you all of my secrets.
What do you want to know about me?
You asked me about my regrets. What about yours?
I think I
Where
talked
are you
about.
from? Have you ever killed any innocent kids?
Age, sex, location.
I think I talked about it before.
Barely.
I think my only regret with that is I couldn't make her love me in the same way that she needed to be loved, wanted to be loved. I couldn't be what fantasy she needed to make herself feel better about the own mistakes she made.
That is understandable.
Andrew's
I ain't gonna change for no one.
I'm just waiting for Una to be like, the fuck you say about my sister?
Una understands that obviously her sister's not perfect, but she doesn't know everything, obviously, about her sister. But definitely maybe a little miffed. Hiding it well. So that is your biggest regret or your only regret? Because I can definitely say that I have smaller regrets. And she'll like do like that giggly flirty thing of obviously like she probably regrets, you know, getting trashed one night at a weekend, maybe getting caught by a satyr, that kind of stuff.
Maybe agreeing to this date.
Satyr, satyr, satyr. She said satyr.
Um,
That was not actually. She did not. Did not say satyr.
oh, okay.
Okay. Andrew's like, I'm ready to come in there. There's a lot of minor things I regret. And you actually kind of see he gets a little bit more tense. Like, and unintentionally, like, you kind of see his eyes for the first time not look at you and kind of like look over, not at Para, but in her direction. And he's like, I mean, spilling all of my regrets. I couldn't say what all of them are, but probably her losing. Oh God, how do you say your sister's name?
And he asks Una.
Is it not Gretchen? It's the other one.
Cullen.
Callan.
So Cullen.
Yeah.
Cullen.
Callan.
Okay, Callan.
Callan.
All right,
Not
Cullen.
Okay.
Since this is fantasy Gaelic inspired,
Right.
I just was curious.
That is fine, but something seems to have attracted your attention. She'll say that to him. Yeah, she's gonna go there. Because she saw Andrew's like freaking out, so now she's gonna see.
Well, you're looking and you kind of turn around and see there's a woman who is reading she's not actually looking at the table at this moment. She's going back to kind of reading her book that she was reading before. But you
Recognize
see
her?
give me a insight check.
Insight. Natural 20. +2.
I mean, yeah, you would definitely think that she's from your village just by her. You can still see she has much bigger eyes.
Okay.
And just
I saw her at the fights, didn't I, Para?
no,
Because I saw her walk away.
Yeah, you saw her walk away, but she was wearing a mask and her hair was covered. It's actually
right.
interesting. You have never seen another Selkie person with this complexion before, like with white hair and gray eyes. Like this is completely unusual to you because all of the Selkies you know have like brown eyes. You've never seen one with gray eyes before, but she has characteristics where you're like, she's got to be from my village, but she doesn't, you know, her eyes are a completely different color and she has like almost white like hair.
Interesting. Very interesting. She sold her soul! Now that she realizes someone in the bar is part of her village and she's losing his attention, she can't really force feed him a drink right now because she's not very sleight of handy. He's too perceptive for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
She might just try to lure him outside. Maybe go back to heavy flirting. That's what she's gonna do to try to get him outside and get to the inn. She is foregoing Witch House at this time in her mind because there's someone else there. Plan B was other inn. She's not gonna get him to drink, so she's gonna try to seduce him into the hotel room.
Not even just gonna go for the. Would you like to get a fresh bit of air? And,
But like, what's gonna happen? So like, they get a fresh breath of air and then fly to
She's young. She doesn't know any better.
She's just gonna. I don't know, you guys. She sees him there. He's not drinking from the flask. She can't convince him to drink from the flask. Witch House is now out of order. We need to get to the inn. That was Plan B. We agreed upon Plan B.
Right, but I mean, what does she do now? She's noticed Para.
Yes, she's gonna get her flirt back on and try to get him to follow her outside. That is her next goal. If he does not take a sip of the flask, she's gonna try to maybe push. But, I mean, who knows? She might pop another good berry and be like, this is the last one. You want some?
To the bedroom!
He's basically like, He's like, it's a little intense to look at you sometimes when, you ask me personal things.
Well, that's not fair. And she'll put on like that cute pouty face.
Well, what would be fair then? You want me to just tell you everything sad about me?
Sadness is what makes a person stronger, and I think I've told you quite a bit about my sadness.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to talk. It feels like bad taste to talk about the old woman who broke your heart to the younger, beautiful woman in front of you that you're currently drinking and who suggestively asked if you wanted to get a room together. Although I don't think she actually meant it.
I may have a room in a couple inns down.
Is that where you're staying with your brother?
No. He's at a different inn, I believe. It is true!
I know. Like, okay.
She'll do a cute little smile if that helps sell the deal.
So you were confident enough to book a room in case things went well, but were not fully convinced to go somewhere private.
I've only known you for, what, a half hour? 45 minutes?
How long do you need to know me for before you're not nervous?
Perhaps another berry in or another drink. I'm sure maybe even a sip of the flask, and we could see where this night takes us. Maybe a walk in the fresh air.
Give me a persuasion check.
See, it's not
God
about
be
the
with
time
me.
that they've known each other. It's about the alcohol blood content.
Did you roll in?
That's-
Did you roll in?
I rolled an 18. I don't have my dice on me. I don't know where they are, so we're rolling in there today.
Okay. So you just suggested a bunch of options. Which one are you wanting to do the most?
Convince him to drink the flask. That would be
the higher DC one. So he's
Yeah.
like, you want to drink. Fuck. I told myself, I said a DC, but it was for the other stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if he would drink from the flask.
probably not. That would be I don't know. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't drink from someone else's.
What's the probability of him drinking from the flask? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would he be to drink from the flask?
He probably wouldn't drink from it.
And that's what I
It would
mean.
probably be like a 25.
It would just be like a drink thing. I mean, that's what she would obviously hint at first because that's her first objective. Objective 2 would be to go for a walk.
He's like, you really want me to drink from that flask? I'm a little suspicious by that. The walk and the berries, I know those are potent. I mean, do you normally like getting your dates incredibly drunk?
It's not my dates I am trying to get drunk. It's more to set myself at ease. I find it a lot easier to speak with men with a little help. Perhaps a walk instead, then. Maybe your smooth ways can persuade me otherwise.
Yeah, I think he would agree to get up and go for a walk with you. He'll kind of flag the bartender down to get a, to pay for the drinks if you guys haven't already. But
Okay. If he turns to go to the barkeep, Una's gonna look directly at Andrew and give him eyes, and then on the table she's gonna kind of go like that, is walk. She can't really talk to Nora, but I'm sure Nora's gonna see her get up. She can't talk to Briul because Briul's not nearby.
Yeah. Nora's gonna
Wait.
stick by.
What
What
is-
is
Bill's outside just chilling as a bat, isn't he?
Is. So telepathic, right? Or is it verbal? Do I have to speak out loud or is it telepathic?
Yeah, it's telepathic.
God, what is she gonna say? She's going to Kinsbriel, right? Magically, spell. Can I have him claw out words?
Let me see, what is his intelligence?
Yeah.
How does the
me see, what is
bat
it?
scratch out?
Right? I don't know how it's gonna go.
Echolocation. Oh no, he's not a puffin, he's a bat
He's a
right
bat
now.
right now.
But bats are probably smarter. So a bat's intelligence is the same as Spreul in his puffin form, which is a -2, which is a 2. So he's not going to be able. Yeah, he's not going to be able to.
Quite illiterate.
She's gonna send Spreul to get Aaron and Hans and Franz because
Yeah, how come
Rowan.
Aaron has his name and I'm just Hans and Franz?
He's
Rowan and Hans and Franz
There we go.
to come outside because that's where they're going.
Yeah.
She's gonna tell him to go get them like planned.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's yep. Cause
Now, honey, I want some confirmation here. Weren't
Yes.
Rowan and Hans and Franz supposed to be called if there was like combat?
I don't remember everything from the original plan. I remember I sent you all a recording of it to listen
dude,
to.
I didn't have time.
I didn't make time.
I think that the plan was that you guys were going to be nearby in case something went wrong, but prepared for them to bring in an unconscious Ualan if it went well. But if things went bad and there was more of them, then you were going to
Come help.
Yep, come help. So, okay, one other thing that I'm gonna say is when Una got up you see them getting up from the table, and as soon as Ualan turned his head to flag down the waiter, Andrew, Una made eye contact with your Hans and Franz and went
Did the little feet walking movements with their hand.
Yeah.
For our audience, because they can't see.
Yep, do, come follow me.
Hans and Franz is like, I don't know what that means.
Probably. But yeah, so Una does that, and she mentally sent Spreul to go get Aaron and Josh, because that was kind of part A, and she would maybe try to glance up to see if she could see Nora above her, which she can't no matter what, because Nora's not above her anymore.
Yep, Nora's gone.
So
she's a ghost spider.
I'm hoping that she'll probably see Una stand at this point and maybe come and drop down on her, maybe?
Yeah, Nora's been looking at them the entire time and keeping an eye as well on whatever this lady is doing in front of her. Does it seem like Para is reacting now that they are getting up?
Yeah, you can see, she's trying not to, but you can see her, looking up casually, what are you, kind of, suspicious, what is going on, what's happening, what's,
I'm taking your man!
Where are you going with that woman?
Pretty much.
Megan, as I'm gonna go by the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna go here. And then once Megan crosses through the doorway, I'm gonna drop onto her.
Spider!
I'm a little tiny house spider,
No,
okay?
I know,
You're not
I know.
gonna notice me. But
It's
I'm
who
going
knows?
to I'm going to this I apologize, Megan, and I apologize to my arachnophiliac self, but I'm gonna drop into her hair.
Oh, that's fine.
And I'm gonna hide in her hair so I can watch behind her.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
That is, Una's totally okay with this. Una's not afraid of no spiders.
I'm not okay with this as the player, because it's terrifying, but I will do it. Okay.
I've had worse things in my hair.
All right, thank you for the advantage. Let's see. Stealth, you said?
Yes.
Okay, that is an 18. Otherwise, I also rolled a nat 1, so.
Yeah, okay, you beat us passive.
Nice. Dude, he has a high passive, man.
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm.
For a druid, man, he has a high passive.
Not
For a
really.
Druids are
They're
wisdom
wisdom
based.
based.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a really high passive.
I mean, I don't really want to tell you their stats, but it may be close or the same as what Nora's is.
Doesn't
I should've
surprise me.
Maybe.
Yeah, no. And then she's gonna walk towards the warp
The woad.
Woad? Okay.
The
You're gonna go
woad,
to the
there it is.
woad.
very slowly, because she wants to make sure Spuriel has enough time to go get their attention and they can run outside.
Okay.
And Andrew can, so it's more of like a jaunt and kind of it's like nighttime, right?
It's dark out, yeah. Okay, I'm moving the map.
Nighttime is the right
So
time.
we're on the city street. Can you guys see this new city street map?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so each of these squares is 10 feet. Okay, they're not 5. So just keep that in mind for moving
Okay.
things. Now, Andrew, as they walk out the door, you see the girl that has been making looking over at Ualan for the night, kind of close her book, irritated, put it in a bag, get up and look out one of the bar windows and kind of watch for a minute or two. Now, Nora, give me a perception check when you go outside.
That is a 22.
As you walk outside and your eyes quickly adjust to the darkness, there is Lou lurking, you think is Lou lurking around the corner of this building over here.
Okay.
But he just seems to be watching right now. And by this time, Spuriel, let's put Spuriel on the map too. He's looking around the windows and tapping on them in bat form, trying to figure out where Hans and Franz are.
Well, he knew because he
knows
told
which
him where
inn it is. He knows which inn it is, but he doesn't know from looking in the windows, where
Oh,
they are.
okay.
So, Rowan and Hans and Franz, what have you been doing for the last 45 minutes to an hour you've been in there?
The gentleman doesn't tell.
Hans and Franz is no gentleman. That's noble nonsense. But no, I mean, they've probably, because this is an inn and I presume it has its own bar tavern section, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a tavern section.
And Rowan and I aren't socializing, right? Because Rowan's in there looking like someone else.
No, he doesn't have a head of
I
disguise.
am me.
You are
He
you.
gave us-
Andrew's
Yeah.
Andrew's got the.
I am me.
Oh,
You
okay.
are you.
Hello, me. I am I. Okay, so yeah, you'd probably be socializing, asking, so Rowan, you can drink, right?
Yes, I suppose.
And you are able to eat and taste food. Is that correct?
I don't know so much about taste, but I can eat foods. Yes.
You don't know about taste.
I don't remember if we've decided canon or not. I
That
don't
was
think.
way back in the beginning
Yeah.
of the...
I mean, I know that I can eat. I don't need to eat.
Well, you are changing. You are
True.
gaining magical things.
Maybe things are salty now.
Nope, just me.
Just Andrew salty.
Yep.
He's a
That's
salty
salty.
bugger.
You're the salty sailor.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I
That was
don't
bad, and
if-
you should feel
if
bad.
I remember correctly, I don't think we talked about taste or anything. But
Keep talking.
Make the
keep talking.
decision.
It's up to you,
Yeah,
I suppose.
I'll stand by the I don't know so much about taste comment.
Well, there's probably going to be some time before they need us, so do you want to maybe, order something and find out if you like things or not?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Only good
Okay.
things come from this. Getting drunk on the job.
Oh, we're
Excuse me, miss. Could we get whatever the special is for tonight and maybe a variety of drinks?
Oh, you want a flight?
I don't know how to fly. But,
No, flight. It's a bunch of mini drinks to, you get 6 different types of ales and beers to try or
How big are
ciders.
those? Are they half pints, quarter pints?
Probably half pints. Half pints.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yes, let's do it.
Rowan is just looking back and forth between the two of you, and his expressionless face somehow looks confused.
That'll
he's,
be.
he's already lost.
How many flights do you want?
Oh no, just one for me and one for him.
Okay. That'll be a gold apiece.
And then, a platter. No, I got this, Rowan. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 gold pieces. I mean, not 3 gold pieces, no. You get
Quite the tip.
Just the tip?
22 silver. 22 silver.
Oh, thank you. So she will leave and go get a flight of different ciders, beers, and ales.
Yep.
And a platter of
So two of each kind, basically.
Yep.
There's a maple beer. There's a kind of like.
I mean, you don't
Yeah.
you don't have to
Yeah, sure.
necessarily.
I was like,
give
I
us
want
the
to
menu,
describe.
like that's not the important part.
Fine.
The
Yep,
important
fine.
part.
There's a
Nope.
variety of drinks.
Lizzie, I need to know exactly the alcohol content of this maple beer.
I know you have a pumpkin spice ale, like Fern had.
No.
No, not different game.
Terrible.
Oh, this smells like pumpkin.
Get rid of this shit.
No,
I think, Josh, that's
yeah,
just your breath from all that pumpkin bread.
No, the important bit I for me is I want to like Haunted Franz wants to know if Rowan is taste blind or not. Can Rowan taste the difference between the things? They'll drink the same thing.
He'll be like, all right, you have that one. I'll have this one. And I want you to tell me how you feel about it. What's your impressions?
And they'll take a sip.
Okay.
And Haz and Franz will do like the
Beer tasting?
when you're tasting wine,
Yeah.
but it's like just getting the taste for the beer. You
You
kind
gotta
of
swirl it.
swish it around your face. and
Swish
then
it on
do
your
like
face?
I'll get some
Yeah,
bully.
just-
You're doing it all wrong, kid.
Swish it around your mouth.
I'm not a
Yeah, your
bar
mouth.
goer. I'm not a bar goer.
Well, you don't just like throw it in your face. That's
Really? I thought that's how you
really-
get all the flavor and the feeling.
Well,
This wine feels like red.
Swish it around. Take a breath, a deep breath to get the flavor in there. Yeah. And just see, how does Rowan react to the different drinks? Are they different, unique, the same?
He'll take a sip of each one as you suggest, and I think after each one, he's not sensing much of a difference. Maybe in like the texture of it, the dryness
Mhm.
of whatever ale, but not so much the flavor differences.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That is very interesting. Is it
Yeah.
the same for food? Can you only detect the feel of the food rather than the taste?
I don't think I've ever recognized any flavor of food.
Hmm.
I can smell things though.
Really?
Yes. Nora makes flowers and I can smell the flowers.
I wonder if you can taste the flowers.
I don't think so.
Smell the flowers, taste the rainbow.
That is very interesting, Rowan.
I do not know any other way. So this is normal for me.
I wish I could say you don't know what you're missing out on. Well, I mean, you don't know what you're missing out on. But I wish there was some way for me to help you understand and show you the beauty that is taste and flavor. And You know,
It would be
there's
interesting.
so much. But you are unique. You are, a very different kind of being than one that I have encountered ever before. You're not flesh and blood. You're bark and I suppose sap. I don't know.
I don't remember if we. I know we joked about me like
Sap.
not sweating but sapping.
Yep. It was, and also raising Rowan's.
Yeah,
Well, that's not what he does. That's what other people
physically
do.
impossible.
We talked about the attachment. Don't even go there. It's possible.
Yeah, that's no. Never mind.
Let's not talk about my brother that way, please.
Inappropriate.
Hey, his body, his choice. Yeah, do you wish you could taste things and try things?
Yep.
Well, I mean, does Rowan
yeah,
wish that? That's kind of what Hans and Franz is kind of getting at, is to see how Rowan feels about almost how Rowan feels about his existence.
There is a small part of me that wishes I could experience things as fully as you or as your brother or my sister do. But at the same time, I am happy that I am who I am and how I am, because it is the only thing that makes sense to me.
So you do not wish you were like everyone else?
Not directly. There have been times where it may have been nice to not be so different. But if I were the same as everyone else, I would not be special. I would not be unique.
So you don't think other people are special or unique, Rowan? It seems like
I did not mean it that way. If it sounded like I meant it that way, I am sorry. That's not how I meant.
I understand.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
Perhaps twisting your words a little bit to back you into a corner.
Oh.
But
Oh.
you know,
Okay.
you have to consider that you're unique and I'm unique and my brother is unique. I mean, yes, we are Hans and Franz, but him and I are quite different. Even
This is
though
true.
we are brothers, everyone has a little bit unique about them, unique and different. So when I ask about like everyone else, I don't mean not unique, not different. I mean, flesh, blood, skin, eyes, tongue. Do you have a tongue? I can't tell.
No, I do not have a tongue, and he'll open his mouth wide, and it's just bark.
Maybe that's why you can't taste. I'm really
Possibly.
curious why you can smell, though, because that's usually tied to it.
I'm almost positive you tasted pickles though when we had the festival episode.
I know I ate the
No, he
pickle, but I
felt
don't think.
pickles.
Yeah, I don't think I
think you
ever
said
like
you
tasted.
tasted
That
them.
is
I don't
dirty and wrong.
Yeah, no, this is all about the mouthfeel for Rowan.
And then, yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay with it, I guess.
The mouthfeel. Mouthfeel's important.
No, like I know I ate a pickle, but I don't think we ever like discussed.
The taste of the pickle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Feel of it. Was it salty?
Please stop, Lizzie. This is my conversation.
The taste, the feel. Never mind.
That's right, Megan. I went there. I see
Okay.
that head bob.
I just wanted to know you were okay inside your own bark.
Yeah, yes, it is the only thing that I have known. So, to say that I wish I were flesh and blood like you would be a lie, and I cannot lie.
His nose would grow.
I was trying to get somewhere where I could say, I wish I was a real boy, but he never went that way.
Yeah, he did. Do you wish to be a real boy? Like, yeah. Nope, it's right there.
I am a
I
real
bit my
boy.
tongue.
He's a man.
I'm a real boy.
No, I just want to be a
No.
naughty boy.
Oh.
That's good, Andrew.
K-N-O-T.
That's a good pun. That's a good pun. I appreciate that on a dirty level and a tree joke level.
Oh man.
Let's see here. What was I? You were saying
That
no, I
it's-
don't wish. Yeah, I was like, are you happy in your own bark? That's what
Yep.
I had said.
Yep, and I said I don't. I don't wish, because that would be a lie. Because it's the only thing that I know is the way that I am.
But you seem to, you know, enjoy turning into other flesh and blood people. You seem very comfortable in Ollie's skin.
This is true. I was comfortable in a different way. Damn it, Andrew.
Oh shit, I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
Most of my life, people have stared at me, and I try not to notice, but it's hard not to when so many people do it on a daily basis. And even though while I was Ali, I was still rather large and noticeable, people didn't pay as much attention to me as they do when I am myself. So, yes, there was a small part that was comfortable, maybe not being noticed quite as much as I normally am. But past that, I don't think there's any reason for me to want to be flesh and blood. I don't know how I would want that.
Okay, I was just curious. We're down here.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with
Okay.
that. End scene.
You guys are still chatting for a while. Give me perception checks. And where are you sitting in the bar?
Hopefully near a window, because they should know better.
You do know that was part of the plan, was for Real to come get you, or them to drag Ualan in unconscious.
So yeah, probably
What'd you get? Is it a 20?
window-ish.
Natural 20.
You-
Perception?
Yeah.
I think that's +6.
Okay.
Maybe. Hold on. I made it as far as opening D&D Beyond, but not opening my character sheet.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. One step at a time. This perception check is a total of a 23.
Okay. You definitely see a bat.
Oh.
You're assuming it's Real come and tap at the window, like,
16.
you probably see it too.
Hans and
And
Franz.
someone's nearby is like, is that a bat at the window? Ugh. Cletus, you better go take care of it. They're known to have rabies.
Does this window open?
Yeah,
Is
probably.
it a hot summer? Is it a hot summer night?
No, it's kind of rainy and cold. It's probably like 60.
It's probably closed.
Really,
Yeah.
really quietly, I'll say, I think that's Briol, and I'll just like crack one of the panes open. I don't know if it's like a.
He's in here, bat.
Bust the shit open. And I'll let him in.
Do we know that
Possible.
Spriel was a bat?
Yes.
I think we talked about it, yeah.
This was all communicated. You all know what.
I
Spree
totally
looks
listened
like.
to the whole plan. Wasn't doing anything else while listening to it. I know everything that we talked about. This is totally on par.
Well, okay, so that's the signal. So we gotta go.
And Hans and Franz will put another 2 silver on the table as he gets up and leaves.
Okay. As that is happening, Andrew,
What is
are
it,
you
Lassie? Is little Timmy stuck in the well?
Andrew, are you doing anything after they go out the door and you see Para kind of get up and look out the window?
Oh, well, I want to wait and see what she does. So she hasn't
Okay.
left yet. Well, that's not true. Does she like go back and sit down, or what? What she?
No,
She
she's.
got
I
to
mean,
work
this
the
is-
window.
yeah, it's only been like probably 30 seconds or so since and she got up and walked like out the window or looked out the window and is watching.
So
Does he do anything initially or no?
no, what he'll do is if she goes out, he'll wait like 30 seconds and then go out as well. If she doesn't leave within 30 seconds, then he's gonna get up and go.
Okay. You're not gonna go try to go and awkwardly flirt with her?
No.
We're doing so well tonight with that. I figured we might as well keep up the tradition. Nope.
Tradition.
So when you walk out the door, Megan, with Ualan, he will start he'll kind of put his arm like he's leading you to go walk down the street, but
Right or left?
he goes to on the map towards the river,
So the opposite way of the road. Okay.
yeah, that's the way he turns.
Okay. I'll let him go that way
Okay.
for now. Yeah. That's fine.
Do you say anything? And he's like, I'm sorry about this was maybe not a good idea with it raining.
Was it? Was it raining?
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. So how does that work with the disguise?
I would say environmental effects do not affect it.
Yep.
Okay.
Is it like
They
downpouring?
pass through it.
It's sprinkling.
So she does have a cloak that was not part of it, so she would
the
put
cloak's
that
getting
back on. So the cloak would be wet. Okay, I remember I had a cloak because of this before. We talked about this, right? At the beginning?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you had
Oh,
a
yeah,
cloak.
100%, because you knew it was raining.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I had the cloak because I knew that my disguise self could not get wet. We needed the cloak to get wet. So she's wearing her cloak around her, which is like black fur and black.
Yeah.
No, it's not black fur. It's a tan. It's her silky one. Yeah. No. She'll put her cloak on. Maybe So she has her bow kind of around her, because otherwise I don't know how else she would carry her bow around, and that's under the disguise. So she would try to get close to him without because she knows where it is on her body. I'm assuming it's slunk down her shoulder. I don't know. So I'll just make sure that he can't feel that under her. He doesn't get too close, I guess, would be the best way, because she has her bow on her, and she knew that this was a possibility. This is so bad, you guys.
So he as you're kind of walking, or he's like, let's duck under, just let's see, where would he probably would have you duck under the woad, because it's raining a bit. He's like, I know this isn't much of a walk, so I hope that's okay that I moved you over there. There's a little bit of a lean-to thing.
No, that's totally fine. Did Una see Lou back here in the alley?
Give me a perception check.
Nope. 15. Her passive.
He actually rolled high on stealth. Nope, you didn't.
Okay.
But he moved back anyway. Nora would have seen him move back.
Yeah.
But as you're kind of standing under there, he is going to say to you, so when are we going to stop lying to each other?
What do you mean?
I know that you're wearing a disguise. The first time I touched you, I could feel your armor when I sat you at the table. And I also know that your hands are incredibly calloused.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Which shows that you use weapons, which a lot. And he kind of does the lean over you thing and posing, where he's like, I really want to believe you're not trying to double cross me, Jasmine. But I'm starting to think that you and your brother are just trying to steal from me or something else. And he's kind of looks intimidating as fuck.
No, And Una understands this.
Is there any leaning going on here?
Yeah.
Like
He's
she's under
leaning
the-
over.
He's like doing the imposing leaning over you on the wall thing.
Perhaps it's because I feel like I can help you. And she'll drop into her Una voice, and she'll drop disguise self.
Oh my god.
Okay. Andrew's like.
She doesn't know Lou's there.
No,
I don't
yeah,
have
know.
enough chocolate for this.
You see a moment of absolute confusion on his face, of like, out of everything he was expecting, it was not to see. Like, at first it's like I knew it was somebody from the village, and then all of a sudden, like, the facial features of your family, and he's just like, what the fuck are you doing here, Una?
I've been looking for you.
Keep your voice down. My friends are nearby. What the fuck are you doing here?
Come with me, and she'll enter into the woad and go to the room.
What, Aaron?
I started singing Pure Imagination. You said, "Come with me."
And you'll
And you'll see.
But Rowan and Hans and Franz got the signal.
But I mean,
We're coming out.
yeah, and Una's coming right in with him. So
And
We
at
just,
this
like,
point,
each other
Hans
at
and
the door.
Franz is coming out as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
Para, you can see Para staring out the window, Hans and Franz, like trying to figure out what's going on, but not getting like a clear line of sight on whatever's going on out there. And then kind of look like she's gonna, like, she's still trying to figure out what's going on after like 30 seconds. Ualan will follow you.
yeah, no, she's gonna go right up to the room, and if she sees Hans and Franz and Rowan, she's just gonna go like this to them, and then motion to go upstairs, and then have them follow her up there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of.
She'll say, "Nora, go get Hans and Franz, Andrew with Spreewell." And so she'll summon Spreewell and have Spreewell come, and I guess there's probably not enough time for that, so never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sticking with you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
fine.
and
That's
you
not
probably
correct.
wouldn't want to say that. Like, you could probably motion to them to go, like, follow you upstairs,
Yep.
but then Ualan is only like a couple steps behind you
Behind,
because he
yeah.
did follow pretty quickly.
Yep. No,
Trying to play it cool, but okay, yeah, but he'll follow. He's going to follow you.
Oh, so we're like stood up in the middle of the inn, walking out, and she comes in, and we're like,
Wait.
Turn around.
you know, just
Back it up.
like, hey, what's going on? Oh,
Yeah.
this is awkward. Why are we standing in the middle of the thing staring at you?
You know, I didn't want to go this
not a
way
tree
anyway.
man. Don't worry about it.
I
I
totally
mean-
meant to go that way.
this is probably not a good idea, but you know, he got called out and she didn't want to lie to him. Especially since
You
she's
mean
trying-
you got called out?
I totally got called out, which is
So,
good.
like, I want
No.
you to know, like, you did okay.
It's a hand thing.
If he wasn't suspicious going into this, he might have considered drinking from it. But from the very beginning, their alarms were up because of some other stuff that had happened.
Yeah.
That made them suspicious. And then I'm like, he won't drink out of this. He really won't. Unless I was like, if she got him really tipsy to doubt
there's no way.
himself, maybe. But no, it was good. It was a good attempt. So
Hey, I mean, and I knew the flash was a rare thing anyways, but now we have a flash, you guys, that can knock a guy's ass out.
Okay, so
Or kill
Ualan
him.
is right up behind. Like, he's sticking close. Now he's kind of closed the distance and is like sticking to you closely, going up the stairs.
And we
And
know which
kind of
room
case-
we're in, right? Like, they
Yeah.
told us which room they got beforehand, so she'll go right in there. And
He'll go in and he'll shut the door behind you and like lean on it and then be like, "What the fuck are you doing here, Una?"
you might want to step away from that door, just in case, because I might not be alone. But it's not because I want to hurt you. I will tell you that flat out now.
Well, I'm about ready to hurt you. What are you doing here?
You won't hurt me. And she'll like give him that like little sister glare down, like, you will not lay your hand on me. Like, you know better. Like,
Una,
don't be playing no tough guy.
Una,
Nah.
are you okay?
So yeah, I am here because I was sent here because of what the first ones have done.
You're telling me the village sent cadets to look into us? Oh my god, they're so stupid. Una, you need to get out of here now. Like, maybe they didn't see you, but you really cannot be caught. Like, this is not okay. Just pretend you didn't see anything and get out of here.
I cannot leave without knowing. And your threats do not have any weight against me.
Una, I'm not the person from the village anymore who just used to tag around your family.
I am well aware because I understand who you're hanging around with now. Lou? Really, Ualan? You're hanging around with Lou?
He's a part of something. So am I.
A part of something bad. Do you know how many people he alone has killed in our village? And she'll like rattle off the names of like the children that he's killed that Ualan may have known. Like she'll like look into her memory and like use that as being the point of attack on this. Like and like just frustrated with him that he doesn't understand. Like that little baby human that he may have known about, like Lou killed it type of thing, going in for the stab.
He has his purpose. I don't agree with what he did. We're working for something different here. And you really should not be here. This is not safe. I don't know what you are doing here with the other cadets, but this is not safe for you to be here.
I do have a question for you. Do you think...
I have 5 million questions for you right now.
That's besides the point. I have one for you.
What?
Do you think my mother would approve of what you're doing?
Oh man, how is she saying this, like intimidation or?
She's saying this like with tears in her eyes out of frustration and disappointment. She's like looking up at him with a, you're really going to do this? And you know what this would do to her mother? Like it would literally break her mother's heart seeing him go down this path. Because her mom probably saw him as like an adopted son.
Yeah. Don't bring your mom into this. We're doing this for your mother. We're doing this so things like this don't happen to your mother. Again.
What happened to my mother was a tragedy. But she did it for the right reasons.
And she's so fucking dead from it and now gone.
People die protecting people from evil people all the time. My mother rescued hundreds of people. And you are throwing her memory away and her efforts to combine this bridge between us by disgracing her memory. How dare you say that you're doing this for her? I am very disappointed in you, Ualan, and I know she would be too.
I'm sorry, I'm dying because of Josh's like motions in the background. Like, another thing, I will whip your ass.
She's putting on like her mama pants. Like she's pulling like her mama's attitude into this and ripping him a new one.
Ualan, do you hear that sound? Una's putting on pants.
You almost made Megan spit all over her computer.
So
yes.
Ow.
So they probably made it up the stairs. Hans and Franz has probably made it to the Woad and doesn't see anybody down in the dining area, but can probably assume. No, actually, do you even know where they are?
Well, yeah, because I was only like a minute behind them.
Okay, yeah, you probably saw them go into the Woad then, and then you go in and nobody's there, so you would assume they're all upstairs. And
what does
are we just outside listening?
What does parachute pants do?
When you leave,
or like, do I leave before her? Does she still stay at the window? What?
she looks like she's kind of still looking out the window and then moves to another window on the side and looks like she's trying to like talk to somebody through it, like, or make gestures.
So she was looking over here.
Yeah, Para was looking over there.
Across the street.
That is the west side of the Jin Ma.
Yeah, the west
Okay.
side of the Jin Ma.
I'm gonna come over here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
In
try
front of
and
the wood.
look over here where she was looking.
Okay, give me a perception check.
10.
You don't see anybody.
What's your process?
When we were in the wood earlier, did I see a back entrance? Like through the stables or something?
Yeah, there's probably something through the stables, like around the back
I'm gonna
end.
I'm gonna go around
Uh-huh.
back and come in that way.
Okay. Probably you go, yeah, it'd be around this part, so you can do that.
Oh, well,
and I will
Okay.
Are you
And that-
going on the west
if
side
I
or
would
the east
if
side?
I would have known where the back was, I probably
Uh-huh.
came over here.
oh
and
gone
just, like,
down.
Yeah, I would like came over here and like leaned against the corner like I was a little tipsy and kind of
Okay.
like spit back and like looked towards here, and then I
Okay.
didn't see anything, so then I would come. Do I see fucking dick balls right here?
Yeah, it's obviously Lou leaning up against there. He's just trying to act like casual, like he's waiting on somebody, but he doesn't know who you are,
No, I know
As
that's
this
why I'm.
person. So nope, he doesn't seem suspicious of you, but you definitely see Lou lurking around there.
Okay, then I will.
Punch him.
Wait,
punch
how do no. I will.
Do it, dare you.
Kill them all.
I will
Split
go back
punch.
and go in.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Hans and Franz and Rowan, you are outside the door as this screaming match is going on.
Poor Nora. She's just listening to all of this in Una's hair.
Hey,
Just
she's
getting
got the
flung
best
about.
seat in the house.
Are Hans and Franz and Rowan still like outside?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, they
room
they
and stuff?
came up the stairs, and Ualan
They
has
are
been
not
kind of leaning
inside
up
the room.
against the. He's been
Right.
leaning up against the door, but after kind of what was the last thing you said, Megan? I'm so sorry.
I'm disappointed in you. I'm
How
very
dare
Dare you
disappointed.
say you're doing this for my mother? She would be disappointed in you, and I'm disappointed in you.
Well, you can see him look a little bit visually slapped by that, but he's like, Una, you're a child. You don't understand anything of what's going on here. Though maybe you're not as childish as I thought when you fucking come up to me in the arena, run your hands across my back, and then try to like ask me out on a date. Where did you even learn that?
It's not my fault you're easily fooled by a pretty face. She'll get really serious and like grab Ulan's hands and like look into his eyes. Do you honestly believe that what you were doing will help? Or do you think that what you're doing is a selfish act?
I'm a selfish person. Everyone is. So is everyone else involved in this. You're selfish. You're doing this. You're probably doing this because, I don't actually think the elders would have sent a child, like someone as young as you are. What are you, like? Are you even in your 30s yet? They probably wouldn't have sent you here to investigate us. And if they did, they're stupider than they thought, and they need to be replaced.
My motives are my own. You know just as well as what I know that there's obviously stuff that I am not 100% informed of. And some of it has to do with Padark. And I am trying to figure out why he is not.
Mm-hmm.
I guess not why he's not. What his intentions are. And that is why I'm here alone.
He'll kind of like lean off the door and like put his hands on your shoulder and is like, Luna, this is really reckless. I mean, if the others knew, well, they don't know who you are, but if they did, they were pretty confident once a Selkie ranger was on our trail, and that's why they were following me tonight.
Well, it looks
And-
like I have
and-
some skills to brush up on.
Yeah, maybe don't turn back into yourself walking to the dandy rooster. That sets Sienna off. And also casting a spell in our native language. She couldn't be sure it was you, but she was suspicious about it, and they wouldn't made Para suspicious enough. They're all on edge.
Sometimes the best way to catch something that you're looking for is to use a little bait.
You kind of see him like go over to like the window in the room and like close it, so he's away from the door now. So if
Yeah.
Hans and Franz and Rowan burst in,
Nope, they're
I
gonna
don't know
stand
if they
aside
do.
and listen.
Why would we burst in? We're
I don't
not
know.
pushing against the door.
okay, yeah.
We're just
You're listening?
listening.
He goes and closes
That's
the
why
window. And
I've
he's
been
like,
like cupping my hands this whole time over an ear and making facial expressions.
maybe,
So I go
maybe
upstairs and I see
Yeah,
my
you
brother
go-
and Rowan standing in the hallway. And I quietly, since I'm not very good quiet voice, brother, what's going on? Like I'll like
Una
motion
is-
him back towards me a little bit.
Una's in there scolding this guy. I think
What the fuck
she
happened?
knows him something about mom and disappointment, and she just said Selkie. I don't know what Selkie means.
Wait. Do we know that?
Did I say
Oh, that's
that?
right.
Yeah, you did
We don't
say,
know.
no,
I did.
Ulan said this.
Ulan said it.
Ulan did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we know that she knows him.
You know.
you know.
Yeah.
No.
No.
None of us.
No one
no,
else
no,
knows.
no,
No,
no.
I know about the
So to
selfie, but
clarify-
we all know about that they know each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the way you said it, Josh, was like, I think she knows him. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we knew that she
Yeah.
knew him.
We all knew that. Josh forgot.
Oh, right.
Okay. Are you the Travis of this game, honey?
I guess. I'm the Travis
Oh.
today.
The
I'm the Travis today.
tall, dark, and handsome? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
thanks,
but
buddy.
forgets things.
Look, you want to put a bad spin on it, and you're his wife, that's fine.
and clearly
Hey,
married to
hey,
a
I'm having a scene
badass
here.
bitch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm having a scene.
Too far.
Can I have my scene now?
Yep.
Is
Have
that
your
all right?
scene.
Thank you.
She said something about Selkie. I don't know what that means. He said Selkie Ranger.
I don't know. She said that?
No, he did. He said, I knew there was a Selkie Ranger following me, but I didn't know it was you.
Do you know what the Salki is?
No. But it doesn't sound good. I think he's insulting her.
Is that like the village? Wait, do I know what a Selkie is, or I just know that she can
I-
turn into a seal?
I think you don't know what a sulky is. I think she explained it to you as she can turn into a seal.
She's
Okay.
never called herself.
So good.
But I don't think
Then
she's called herself
Then I
that.
don't have to worry about like line my brother. So I'm like,
No.
maybe that's the
I was
island.
waiting to yell insight.
Are you
Well,
roll it? Roll
um,
it inside.
Well, no, because like he doesn't know, so he's like,
No,
oh,
I
maybe
know.
that's
I
where
know.
they're,
Can
like,
we have our scene without the peanut gallery?
No.
well, brother, let's
It's
go
your
back and let's go back to. I mean, should we just go in?
I don't know. They don't sound like they're fighting. They're just yelling at each other.
Well, Lou's downstairs. I might be downstairs now. He was
What?
outside.
Well, we
Should we go get Lou?
No. No, Lou is for her. Lou belongs to Una.
Yeah, but Una's distracting this guy, and maybe the three of us can go get Lou.
Rowan.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Shut the fuck up! Get over here.
In the meantime, Ulan is saying to her, he's like, let's just sincerely hope that they think I'm actually getting lucky enough, getting laid right now. All right. So you're looking for me.
Not you, I must admit, is a surprise. I was actually looking for Lou.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the bastard too, but it's complicated. I don't get to pick my coworkers. I'm not in charge of this. But you're looking for your uncle, right?
How about you tell me your side of what is going on. And yes, ideally, I would like to go and figure out what the hell my uncle thinks he is doing and what his part in this is. But you seem to think that I do not know why you're doing this. And you're right. I can't say I do. So tell me, why are you doing this? And why are you siding with a monster like Lou?
I didn't side with Lou. Lou was just along for the ride. When I ran into your uncle 3 years ago, I was a mess, Una. I was looking for some sort of purpose in life. He took your mother's death hard too, like we all did. We all buried ourselves in different things. We're all lonely. Your sister buried herself in some fucking ugly human from the Isles and left me, and I was just alone, drinking. Your uncle found me and told me that there was a better future ahead. We just had to change how things were. That's all it was. We just had to change how things were. We were going to get enough power and take control of how the islands were run, and then we weren't going to have to get involved in stupid human wars anymore, or stupid things for human greed. So we were going around recruiting, and then he started looking for something, I'm not sure what. And then he slowly brought more of us together and said that we needed to go out and find things to bring power. I'm not really sure what. To be honest, he doesn't tell me everything. I'm not in charge of our little group here. I'm here because I'm useful, but I don't actually know, well, I don't know 100% why we're looking for what we're looking for.
And what is it that you're looking for? What is so special?
Something to help get more power. I'm not even sure what it does. It's some sort of stupid artifact. Megan's eyes! But
I need that.
you need to stay out of this.
It's a little late for that, don't you think?
It's late for a lot of things. But I'm stuck in this cause. I have made my bed. I'm going to have to lie in it. You can go home and pretend nothing's going to really happen. And just go about your day and not get involved in this.
I'm not some naive child. I know that there's something bigger going on here, and something that I need to find out why. What your actions are doing, what their actions in this so-called first ones are doing, is not ones that I can sit idly by and accept. Yes, there are humans. Yes, they are what you guys deem to be lesser. Yes, they might not be worthy to you, but they're still beings. They might not be blessed like we are, but that means we have to use our blessings to help them. We have certain responsibilities and certain gifts that can help these people. And you're throwing that away because you're claiming that your grief has taken over you? Do you not feel like the loss of my own mother was not one that I have taken hard? I understand that grief is accepted in many different ways. But you honestly think that your path of grief and drinking is the correct one? Please, just help me understand.
I don't know what to tell you there is to understand, Una. The problem is I don't like where I am right now. I've had a lot of questions about it. To be honest, I was so angry at humans and what your sister did to me, especially by choosing one over me, when we used to just laugh about how useless they were together. And then your uncle promised me a vision, and I started feeling better. And then I just kept having nightmares about everything that's been happening recently. But I'm too far gone in this. And I'm doing this not because I actually think you can change me or get in a different way. I don't want to see you dead. I can't kill you, but Para, Lou, and Sienna would not hesitate to.
She's gonna grab his face in her hands and just look directly at him.
Okay.
I see you, Ualan. I see that same strong young man that was a brother to me. You are not lost. You are still in there. You can help. Please don't say that you're lost. And she'll like, a tear will slide down her face at this point. You are family. You have always been there for me. I may have been that annoying little sister to you, but you were a big brother that I looked up to. And I still see the good inside of you that is trying to get out. So please.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh God!
With advantage.
Book. Oh God! That's a 12.
Okay.
So, be good.
Straight 12.
Straight 12. I have nothing to persuasion.
Okay.
What's
He's
your
not
passive?
charismatic.
It wasn't a incredibly high DC per se, but he's like, Una, you don't know what I've had to do and what I've done or what we're going to do. I know that's not what your uncle has said, but I'm pretty sure that no matter what his plan is, it's going to involve things, a lot of people dying. And I've already killed a lot of people. I will admit, it's a lot harder to kill the people now that I know them. I've never been around humans quite as much. They're interesting. And they have bullshit that they deal with too. I even have friends within the Venerable that I kind of like. But I'm too far gone. I can't go back.
You can, if you're willing to help stop whatever is going on. I've killed people as well. Several people.
He gives you like a skeptical look, like, I don't believe that. And he like pinches your arm. He's like, you're a marshmallow, Una.
Hey, there's muscle there. Hello.
Shit.
What?
You're a marshmallow.
Right. I've had to defend myself against those who dare take advantage. But if you can see the wrong that they are doing, I think you can also see that you are not lost because of that recognition. I know that there's still something inside of you, and I know that the ancestors are plaguing you with these dreams because they see that goodness in you as well.
I don't know if it's them plaguing me or the stupid thing that your uncle found to worship plaguing me, but it's something.
What do you mean, what my uncle's worshipping?
I don't know, it's what he was never religious, and then after your mom died and he went his own way, when I met him again, he was like a man with a vision, with some purpose. He talked about making the world a better place and fixing all the wrongs that had been happened because of all the humans on the land, encroaching on our waters, getting us into bad rescue missions for their selfish reasons. He said he was getting some sort of like visions and powers from some ancient ancestor of ours that would help. I don't know what exactly, but something.
Not sketchy at all.
No, not at all.
You can see him kind of sitting on the bed, and he's like, God damn, I hate how much you look like your mother right now. Well, much younger, but still.
Una will, like, kind of stand a little taller at that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, proud.
I can't see her hitting on men more than twice her age, though, to be honest.
I must say you are the first.
I better be the last. It gave me I'm very confused about everything that's happened within the last 24 hours. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe you shouldn't be so easy to fall for a pretty face. And she'll like do that like shoulder punch thing, like goodwill, like haha, sucker, I got you.
He's gonna actually put his arm around you and kind of like lean in over you, like he looks like he's going to kiss you, and he's like, maybe you shouldn't be such a good flirt. And then he'll like flick you on the nose, and it's like, that's what you get. Kind of like salty and angry about like just like being tricked.
But
He's
having
angry.
the weirdest boner
Yeah. Had a chubby this whole time, and now it's you.
Right? Una's gonna get like a shit-eating grin on her face, just like the goofiest smile ever.
I'm
And,
so
like-
conflicted.
Just be like, well, dude,
The
sorry.
Hornet-
Like,
The Hornet is no longer conflicted.
So that's what I know.
so what do you say? Okay.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do to exactly right my wrongs. It's not like I can just go out into the street and fight them right now. We're in the middle of this. And also, I can't go back to your uncle with all of them being dead.
Why not?
Because he would be suspicious why I was able to kill them all by myself.
Who said that you had to kill them?
So you're saying I let them get killed and go back to Parig and try to figure out what he's actually doing?
I'm saying we could rough you up as well. I mean, I could give you a couple of punches to make it look like you got your ass kicked, but I have.
No, I refuse to let them think that some pretty girl that I was on a date with kicked my ass.
Well, I do have some guys behind me and a little friend also on my shoulder. I'm sure that they'd be more than willing to assist you at getting beaten up.
So the plan is I'm supposed to get my ass beat, and what exactly?
Well, if you can tell me where you guys are hiding, we'll take care of those three. And to make it look not suspicious for you, we'll rough you up a little bit. I'll give you a good berry, so you can go back and make it look like you escaped and tell them that a group of adventurers got a whiff of your doings here, and
I don't think that's a good plan. Wait, where are your friends at?
I'm assuming
Nora's just gonna
You're
point
right.
out to your shoulder.
this is one of them, and I'm sure the other ones are standing outside right now.
Little spider.
Nora,
Nora's
would you mind?
she's gonna go ahead and turn back to her normal self.
Oh,
I'm gonna also
Okay.
be like, Nora, would you mind getting the door? Because I definitely don't want Nora to be next to him, just in case. Just
Yep.
She's gonna
Yep.
go ahead and she's doing the whole backing
Hi.
up, still looking at
Hi.
him, reaching back and getting the door and opening it.
You open the door and you just see Rowan.
So he thinks for a minute.
I have a question.
What?
Buddy, are we going after Lou?
That's what I'm waiting to see.
yeah, we're just going after Lou.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was
Now
trying
They
to
were
wink
trying,
him.
they were
Well-
trying to go after Lou.
So the question is, would the two of us go without Rowan? Would
Well,
Rowan go with us?
Rowan wouldn't have left. 100% he would have stayed at the door.
Because of Nora.
So now I know that you beat him in a fair fight. But would
Well-
we go without Rowan?
No.
You wouldn't?
I guess
No.
not.
I'm
Oh,
a
I totally
leader of
thought you
people. I understand.
Okay. I was just checking. I just wanted to make sure. I would have followed your lead regardless.
I have the greatest idea out of character, but I
I
don't
mean,
want to
it's-
ruin anything.
It's already too late. We're staying. But if somebody had said, "No, Hans and Franz, you can't go yet," he would have been like,
Oh, you wanted to?
"All right." No, I never said that.
I was saying I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. You didn't say no. You can't go, or you shouldn't go. You said, I
Right.
don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. I was just double checking. Because, yeah. So the three of us are outside the door when
Yep.
Nora-
And then Nora answers it. And Ualan, in the meantime, as she goes and answers, like, you were the ones who were snooping around the boar's head, weren't you? You did not do that.
What's going on at the boar's head, Ualan?
Who the fuck are you? I'm assuming you're one of the other people that she managed to rope into helping her with this.
I mean, I wasn't roped into anything, but she did ask me to help.
These are my friends. This is Nora, and she'll point to where Nora her brother Rowan. And
Hello.
And we are Hans and
I-
Franz.
The fuck is wrong with you guys? Jesus Christ! Let's just give this guy
Yeah,
who's maybe on our side every fucking piece of information we have.
Just
We
name
are-
Holy fucking shit!
And we
As
are
soon as I came in, she was like, "This is
Like,
Nora."
Nora- Said a thing. She's just here like a, well, hi.
As soon as she said, "This is Nora," I'm gonna look right in her eye and go, "Ah!" Just give her like a, "Duh,
Time out.
Hans and Franz would have been like,
and we are Fritz and Smiths.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
Well, does she continue to introduce after Nora?
I don't know. Would would Una have noticed him giving her the stink eye after saying this?
Oh,
is
there was no
Nora?
stink eye. I go,
On.
like, I'm like, ah.
Okay.
audibly,
Ha-ba-ba!
What was your deception, honey?
A 9.
I mean, if he's going like
Oh,
doing audible
okay.
stuff, there's
Okay.
no like, you
Yeah.
know, introduction line.
I mean, if he points, I mean, what else am I supposed to call you guys?
Just
Oh.
don't call us. Like, I mean, you do whatever you want. Like when you say this is, and you start introducing Nora, I'm like, "Zah!" And then, like I like make like a chopping noise, like a chopping motion.
Well, I suppose I'll let them introduce themselves if they feel like it, but they are friends.
So you say, "I'll let them introduce themselves."
Yeah.
Does anybody?
Nora
There's
would
nobody-
not.
Okay, I step forward.
He
and be like,
would.
What's that?
Okay. Oh, I was
No.
gonna say I already know your name is Nora because when you're a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nora just is like hiding slightly behind, like she's like cloaking herself. Like I have
Behind
three
the
really
muscle.
big guys around me. I'm just gonna stay here in the corner so that nobody like I'm not involved in this.
Una will say, would you like to make this a more private conversation?
Probably in case Sienna decides to eavesdrop.
She'll cast rope
I was
trick.
dropping no eaves, sir.
She'll cast rope trick, and that rope will appear. There's a giant hole. She'll say after you to someone.
All right.
To someone, just whoever wants to go
Fine.
first.
Una, go first, because she feels
Yep.
confident. So Una will climb up the rope
Ulan
trick.
will follow in after her.
I'm gonna say to the rest of us out here, well, Lou's downstairs. I think somebody should stay in here, so I'll stay here at the door.
You're gonna
Exactly.
stay here at the door, brother?
And well, in fact, maybe I'll go downstairs and get the drink so I can see if somebody comes up.
Maybe
She
I
does
should.
have-
Maybe
disguise.
somebody else should stay at the door too.
I think I'll stay with my brother.
Okay.
He seems to
Well,
have a plan for this.
Andrews, Hans and Franz has a disguise. So, if you stay, Josh, if you stay in the room, then you can be a second line of defense.
Oh, you want me to stay up here?
I think that would be better.
Okay.
Is there a chair in the room, honey?
Yeah, sure.
How many legs does it have?
4.
Is there any rope on it?
What about the back? Is it slatted?
Is there any rope on
Is
it?
there-
No, there's no.
Is it upholstered?
No, it's just
Does it
like
squeak?
No. Stop.
Who's out? Who's out?
It looks.
He's trying.
It's a little sticky.
I need the chair for a seat and an improvised weapon.
Don't we have our weapons?
That's coming
Oh,
out
we
of
have a
your
weapon.
closet.
Well, good thing I gave him a fake credit card.
Okay.
I'm gonna change the disguise, and I'm gonna
Okay.
change it to, I'll kind of like do kind of a mix between, somebody who may be able to pass as like Hughes's cousin or something, just like Hughes-esque with maybe like some more facial hair, a
Don't
little
forget
bit
the
rougher.
I mean the mole.
I'm not his wife, so it's fine.
His husband.
Well, whatever. I'm neither of those things.
Yet.
But
Don't you break up a happy marriage?
I'm not married.
No,
Hughes.
Hughes.
Well, we don't know if he has a happy marriage.
I think we do.
We don't know that. We know he's
Anyway,
married. Anyway, so do you get what I'm saying? Somebody who looks like
slightly
something
like him.
related to, yeah, slightly like him, but like kind of like, you know, in the last Harry Potter when they go to break into Gringotts and they make Ron just kind of look slightly different, like whatever, kind of like that.
Okay.
And then I go back downstairs, but I'll make sure that like armor is showing, but not. Well, I guess I don't really wear armor, but like it'll look pretty similar to what I'm just actually wearing.
Okay.
And the cloak will definitely be different because that was kind of.
Are you staying in the room or are you going
No, I'm
downstairs?
gonna go downstairs to the
Going
bar.
downstairs.
Okay,
Josh is staying
going
in
to
the room.
bar. Josh is staying in the room. Una already climbed up the rope. Is
And
she being
Ulan did too.
okay?
Nora and Rowan will be going with Una
Yep.
to keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep him chaperoned after all this craziness that's been
No
going
touching.
on.
Now listen,
touching.
kid.
Nora's
Leave-
the
leave
perfect
room for
person for
Maliaki.
that. She's like the perfect chaperone.
With a plan in place, the party heads into the next day to snare Ualan on this date. But will things go according to plan? Find out next time on the Guardians of Fehal.